When my younger brother, Jason, asked if he could stay with me for a few weeks while transitioning between jobs, I didn't hesitate. I had a spare room, and we were family. Of course, I'd help. What I didn't realize was that opening my door would soon feel like I'd opened a floodgate I couldn't close. Jason arrived with 2 suitcases, but within days, it felt like my entire apartment was his. His stuff slowly took over the living room, the kitchen counters, even my workspace. At first, I brushed it off. He was just getting settled. But weeks turned into a month, and then another. I started to feel the pressure. Not just from sharing my space, but from the way he made everything about him. He'd sleep in, leave dishes in the sink, monopolize the TV, and invite his friends over without asking. When I confronted him about it, he shrugged it off and said I was overreacting, that I should chill out and stop being so uptight. What frustrated me more was that he wasn't even trying to find a job. He'd talk about sending out resumes, but I never saw him apply to anything. He spent his days gaming, scrolling social media, and ordering takeout on my card without asking. I tried to be patient. I told myself he was going through a rough patch, but the more I waited for him to get his act together, the more I realized I was slowly drowning. My utility bills skyrocketed. Groceries disappeared faster than I could restock them. My quiet mornings became chaos, and my peace of mind evaporated. My apartment, once my safe haven, now felt like a place I wanted to escape. Even my cat, who used to lounge peacefully in the sun, had started hiding under the bed just like me. The emotional toll was worse. Jason never thanked me, not once. Instead, he started criticizing how I lived, that I worked too much, that I didn't relax enough, that I was too boring. He'd joke about it, but they weren't jokes. He undermined my routines, ignored my boundaries, and acted like I owed him something. I found myself constantly trying to justify my discomfort, gaslighting myself into thinking I was being too harsh. After all, he was family, right? And family helps each other, right?
It all came to a head one evening when I came home from work to find a huge mess in the kitchen. Dishes piled up, food left out. And 2 strangers, his friends, lounging on my couch, watching Netflix. When I asked where Jason was, one of them said, "Oh, he went out. Said we could chill here for a bit." That was the breaking point. I felt invisible in my own home. I cleaned up the mess, sat on the edge of my bed, and cried, not because I was angry, but because I realized I had allowed this. I had ignored my own needs, my own limits, and handed over my peace of mind on a silver platter. When Jason returned, I told him he had 1 week to move out. He acted shocked, like I was betraying him. He said, "Wow, so much for family, huh?" But in that moment, I realized something. Being family doesn't give anyone the right to disrespect your space, time, or boundaries. I wasn't being cruel, I was reclaiming my life. The week that followed was tense. He sulked, slammed doors, and barely spoke to me. But he left. And when he finally did, the silence that followed wasn't lonely, it was liberating. I rearranged the furniture, deep cleaned every room, and slowly rediscovered what peace felt like. I learned the hard way that helping someone doesn't mean sacrificing yourself. That sometimes the most loving thing you can do for them and for yourself is to say enough. Since then, Jason and I have barely spoken. Part of me misses the brother I thought I had. But I also know that the person who left my apartment wasn't just a messy guest. He was a mirror reflecting everything I needed to heal within myself, my inability to say no, my fear of conflict, my tendency to put others first at my own expense. This experience taught me that boundaries aren't walls, they're doors. You choose to open or close, depending on who truly respects what's inside. I still believe in helping family, but I believe more in helping myself. And now, I finally sleep at night knowing I'm not just someone's backup plan. I'm the main character in my own life.